This house dates back to before the Civil War. It was one of the 4 houses in Stockton that were left after the Civil War, with this being on the border of Kansas and Missouri and the border wars and
Bushwhackers.
The bushwhackers. This was really a place where there was a lot of action going on, and literally everything in Stockton was destroyed by the Civil War, including burning of the courthouse, except for 4 houses. There were 4 houses remaining. We know that this particular house was actually commandeered by the Union forces, and it was actually where the Union forces the leadership stayed. It's kind of where they set up offices, and they also did that in the courthouse too. But this was probably the private living quarters of the commanding general or the commanding officer of the area. And they were probably here the night that Shelby's raiders on the Confederate side actually came to Stockton and came through Stockton and burned the courthouse in a quick hit and run action. This house was devastated by the tornado, right?
Yes, it was.
And virtually was rebuilt completely, and they used a lot of the original materials, I believe.
Yes, and the stones, you know, the chimney stones and things like that have been reused. I would love to get in and see the interior of the house. I know they paid a lot of attention to detail in trying to resurrect the house as much as possible, using whatever building materials were left to make it, because this is quite an historic house here in Stockton.
And it's now called the HOFF house. And is that because it was owned by the HOFF family?
Yes.
In the
Civil War times.
In the Civil War times,
yes.
but for generations after.
Yes, that's right. And the HOFF family doesn't own it now, but they've in memory of that family.
Now, as I pan around here, you'll see that it actually, we can see the top of the new library right over there. But if we look through here, we can see across the highway, we can see the edge of the new post office building also. That would have been the bluff. This is actually the top of the bluff where Stockton Square. We talk about Stockton Square being on the bluff.
That's
this is
right.
actually the eastern part of the bluff, and it actually looks to the east toward the river back that way. But it's looking to the west out across that same bluff, top of the bluff that we talk about a lot of the city park. And from here, if we were up on the top level of this house, up on that balcony, I'm sure we would be able to see the park, because I can almost see the park from here. I can see the buildings, the top of the buildings from it. And if the trees or the vegetation was down, you'd have a great view from it.
Exactly.
Time has a way of hallowing walls. The memories in this house go way back. It is an opportunity for the mind to imagine the wide scope of the activities that have been seen here. From this aged balcony, the dust of troops on horseback could probably have been seen in the distance, and peering eyes back then must have always wondered if those men wore blue or if they wore gray.